This video is sponsored by Hover.
Before we get started, I want to let you know we are going to have a class on how to build a new habit step by step. We're basically going to create an actionable plan that will let you build a new habit, whatever that habit is, day by day, to ensure that by the end of around 1 month or 2 months, that habit is consolidated into your routine. The class is going to take place this month, so if this is something that interests you, the class will be recorded, and you can find all the information about the sign-up process in the description box below. As James Clear states in Atomic Habits, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. The same way money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. Even if they seem to make little difference in any given day, their impact over months and years is huge. And another important principle I want to shed some light on before we get started into those 7 habits is that habits can actually be stacked. Human behavior usually follows a specific pattern. No action is really isolated, so usually the cue for one action is a trigger for the next one. The habit stacking formula is, after current habit, I will do new habits. So as you find moments during the day that represent the cues for a certain habit, you're going to start assigning that cue with the action of making a new habit. This really reinforces your routine, makes habits way easier to follow, and really consolidates everything in the long run. Okay, so now that I've explained this, I want to go through 7 tiny little habits that, even they're very small, they make a big impact in your life when you do them regularly in the long run. The idea is to create really small habits that have a huge impact on your knowledge, on your mindset, and even on your health. So let's get started with habit number 1. People usually brain dump or break down a project into smaller tasks when they're feeling overwhelmed with life. But what about actually creating these lists and brain dumps very often? This is one of the basic principles from David Allen's Getting Things Done system, collecting in a reliable system all the things that require action independently of their urgency, size, or related topic. So the main idea behind developing a brain dumping habit is decluttering your mind of all the things that go through your mind during the day and end up giving you anxiety, stress, and really robbing you of the precious time you have available to do your work and think about the things that really matter. So try to foster a daily routine that helps you add to a major list all the things that are racing through your mind. This is actually something I personally enjoy doing in a separate notebook. It's almost like a mindful exercise. I keep that notebook nearby as I'm working, and I jot down any actionable items I can think of. Tasks that should be converted into projects go into my Notion workspace. Getting up from your chair every hour is a tiny habit that can be so incredibly powerful in the long run. Getting up from your chair every hour has multiple purposes. First of all, it allows you to stretch your body after a long period sitting down and hunching in front of your computer. It also gives you the needed space to do a mind reset, helping you break the rut of thinking about the same thing for too long. And you can use our habit stacking formula to pair this habit with another one. Every time you get up from your chair, fill a glass of water. Commit to drinking that water until the next time you get up. So if you work a typical 8-hour schedule, by the end of the day, if you commit to this habit, you're also going to take your recommended water intake for the day. Chris Bailey refers to scatter focus as an incredibly important tool to foster creative thinking and improving decision making. Scatter focus is opposed to the concept of hyperfocus, which in productivity, and not confusing it with the ADHD term, simply means focusing and dedicating your attention to one task and problem only, while working in an environment that helps you cut down on distractions. And scatter focusing has incredible benefits. It replenishes your mental energy, helps you identify and accomplish goals, promotes creative thinking, and provides you the required time and space to come up with new solutions to old problems. That's why your best ideas usually come when you're traveling, as you're taking a walk, taking a shower, or even in the few minutes before you fall asleep at night. Pairing your 15 minutes a day of scatter focus with taking a walk in the morning, for instance, is a great way to use the stacking formula. Besides engaging in scattered focus in an environment that usually allows you to have no distractions and not think about anything else, you're also doing kind of a brisk workout, so it does wonders for your health as well as your mood. 15 minutes of language learning per day is the usual formula from most language learning apps like Duolingo, Busuu, and Lingodeer. With language learning, the most important thing is consistency and reinforcement of your knowledge through immersion with the language, not necessarily cramming grammar for hours twice a week, which happens with a lot of traditional language learning programs. So in that case, technology is in your favor. My current favorite apps for learning German are Busuu and Duolingo, but Lingodeer is amazing for phonetic languages like Korean. My life changed substantially for the better when I started reading my news instead of watching them. First of all, I can really stick to the type of content that interests me. For instance, I can literally skip all kind of entertainment and celebrity related news, and I can also compare and choose my sources accordingly. I personally believe it's important to hear different sides of the same story, and if you're based in the US, for instance, newscompare.com helps you get a side-by-side comparison of the news, both from a liberal and a conservative perspective. Unwinding without screens is an incredibly healthy thing to start doing every day, ASAP. Even if you're able to block blue light from your monitor, TV, or phone screen, nothing beats going analog for the evening. Furthermore, blue light isn't the only thing that harms your sleep. Scrolling through highly digestible content that was created from scratch to keep your eyes glued to the screen, increases your level of brain activity, making it even harder to fall asleep properly. And speaking of habit stacking, you can use your unwind period to brain dump all of the things that happen throughout the day. Also, engaging in some stretching, journaling, or other light activities can help you recharge properly, sleep better, and ensure that you're really relaxing through your routine. Okay, so journaling isn't for everyone, and I get that. Actually, in a traditional sense, it's not for me either. When I look at a blank page, I just go blank as well because I have no idea how to start conveying my feelings or really, representing all the kind of events and things that happen throughout the day. That's why prompt journaling can be so incredibly effortless and easy to incorporate into a routine. When done as a weekly habit, prompt journaling can help you reinforce principles and values, reevaluate goals, and find solutions for the problems you currently have. And the prompts can be found for free everywhere on the internet, organized to help you process different types of feelings or problems. I believe that most of my big life epiphanies have happened either through traveling or through prompt journaling, and the second option is definitely more affordable and easy to replicate than the first one. So when I was younger, I ran a couple of blogs that really helped me externalize my feelings and know myself a little bit better. So if starting a blog or a website is something that you believe would help you, one thing you definitely have to do is buy your own domain, and Hover can help you with that. And even if you don't need a full website, you can just set up a custom email account. Hover is the best way to buy and manage domain names. Hover Connect feature allows you to connect your domain name to many website builders with a few simple clicks, and they have more than 400 domain extensions to choose from. So just visit hover.com/Mariana and save 10% on your new domain. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!